Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants. And I have some real cruise comments for you this week. People writing in, letting you know what needs to be changed, what needs to be done, how cruising should be. And we're going to ask ourselves the question, are these people right? Are these people wrong? Do they speak for everybody out there enjoying a cruise vacation? Now, what's really funny about cruise comments is, they don't always come in on paper. They're not always typed in. It's not always something we can read, especially when the person that gets the most cruise comments on a regular basis, the brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Lines, well, he goes on vacation on a cruise. That's right. Last week he was on the Carnival Mardi Gras, enjoying a vacation, had his wife, had his daughter with him, trying to get a little bit of work done and have a little bit of fun. And yep, even in person, he gets these crazy types of comments. How about going down for your morning coffee, thinking, can't wait to have a little breakfast caffeine in a cup, and some lady comes running at you waving a cruise duck. Your first thought might be, wow, she is really excited that she found a cruise duck. But no, that would be wrong. She went and found this cruise duck, was waving this cruise duck, running at the brand ambassador with this cruise duck to yell at him and to chew his behind because Carnival allows cruise ducks on board their ship and they should be banned like every other cruise line out there. But which other cruise line has banned cruise ducks? Now, I know Disney, they said no to cruise ducks, but I am unaware of any other cruise line that has banned them. Yet, according to her, Carnival is wrong and low class because they are the only cruise line who has not banned ducks. But the examples don't even end there. How about getting berated by a man because there was no microwave available to heat up his Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage? Everybody to their own. If you want to bring Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage on board, well, you do you. I'm not sure why that would be needed on a cruise that will provide you all of the food you could possibly want and eat. But yeah, he was upset because they wouldn't let him use a microwave to heat up his Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. And those are just some examples, and we still have all of today's comments. So let's jump right on in and let's see, are these people right or are these people wrong? Now, for our first comment today, this particular person, they think the gym is a waste of space on board cruise ships. But I don't know, it kind of also reads like maybe they're really just mad about another space that got taken away from the majority of cruise ships. Why is it on every cruise that I am on, I rarely see the gym being used? I use the steam rooms and saunas, so always have a curious look inside, and they are empty always. You're a bloater too, John. And question is, why does Carnival give so much space to a place that is used by 1% of the passengers, but then you guys take away the libraries that are more popular? If you are getting new, bigger ships, ditch the gyms and use that space for something more of the passengers will use. So they think the gyms are always empty. They should be taken off of the new ships and used for a different space. That's a fair comment, but then why do you need to insult the brand ambassador, John Heald, by calling him a bloater? You are a bloater too. What point did that make in that comment other than now they've come across as rude? And are they really bothered by the fact that there are gyms on board the cruise ships, or are they really upset that their libraries got taken away on board a cruise ship? So if the library got taken away, well then obviously the gym needs to get taken away too. It needs to be turned into something else. But what do you guys think? Is the gym an underutilized item on board cruise ships? Is it a waste of space? Is it always empty? Nobody's going there. I usually always see people in the gym, but hey, maybe it's just the perfect time that I'm in there that I happen to see that. What do you guys think? Should the gyms just be taken out, and should that space be used for something else? Comment number 2, we're going to talk about ice cream. That's right. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, unless you have to serve it yourself, in which case, well, that's just nasty. Let's talk ice cream. Why is Carnival stuck in the past and make their passengers pour own ice cream? On all the other cruise lines, it is poured for you. Just back from a Disney cruise, and the cast members do it. There is no mess, no greed, and no chance of germs. This is the policy that would be applauded should you decide to change to what the upscale cruise lines have as a policy. So Carnival Cruise Lines is stuck in the past because you can go up and get your own ice cream and don't have to have a crew member do it for you. But they're going to compare because all other cruise lines, I always love it when they say all other cruise lines do this except for you. And then they're going to compare it to a Disney cruise line. Well, you know what? This is almost like comparing apples to oranges because what's done on a Disney cruise ship is not necessarily done on every other cruise ship. They're kind of do their own thing. But I will say that yes, Disney does have a cast member there that does the ice cream machine for you and hands it to you. But it has not always been that way. Disney has only been doing this since the restart of cruising after COVID. They've just never gone back to how they did it previously, where you served it yourself. But is this person right? Is it the right thing to do to have a crew member serve you your ice cream? Does it stop greed? Does it stop the mess? Does it stop the passing of germs? And is this really a policy that would just be applauded if they did it like all of the upscale cruise lines, which apparently is everybody but Carnival, according to them? Comment number 3, we're going to talk about an oldie but a goodie. We're going to talk about gratuities. Now, gratuities can have multiple different angles, and believe me, there are multiple different opinions out there. There are those that say, hey, I am just fine with either prepaying or paying the amount the cruise line wants for gratuities. They're good with it. There's the group that says gratuity should be added to the cruise price. That way, you just don't ever have to worry about it one way or the other. Then there's another group that says they want to be able to remove the gratuities. It's up to them whether or not crew members should get them at all. I was startled to see your comment on your video you did on Carnival Mardi Gras. If you stop your customers having the right to remove all gratuities, then you would see an exodus like never before. I don't concern myself about what the staff makes, how gratuities are divided up, or their workload. That's between the employee and the employer. If I feel occasionally that someone deserves a gratuity, then I will give it to them. If not, then I will not. It is our choice. It is not the cruise line to take away. Now, I want to start off answering this comment by saying John Heald, the brand ambassador for Carnival Cruise Lines, did not say that Carnival was going to stop people from being able to remove the gratuities. That was not said. Carnival is not changing that policy. Let's be clear about that up front. This is an example if they heard what they wanted to hear. And to be 100% honest, the way the tipping culture has just become here in the United States, or boy, they're ready to ask for a tip no matter what. They want a tip no matter what. They deserve a tip, they think. I completely get while people are just, you know what, they're over tipping altogether. They're just done with it. They've had enough. Completely understand all that. And truthfully, at the end of the day, there is always going to be some people who are going to remove the gratuities with no intention of tipping any crew member on board that ship, not the room steward who took care of the room, not any wait staff, nobody they can avoid tipping. And they will avoid tipping anybody no matter what. You're always going to have that person. So the question does come up. How would people feel if Carnival stopped people from being able to remove their gratuities without a valid reason? Stop people from simply going down to guest services and going, take them off just because. Do you think that is a good idea? Do you think that's a bad idea? Would there be a mass exodus of people who would stop cruising Carnival Cruise Lines if they stopped people from being able to remove their gratuities? That's at least what this comment is claiming. But is it really true? Well, there was a poll that was done, and the poll said, should we continue to allow the removal of gratuities without a fully justified reason. 18,986 votes, where 31% of the people said they should continue to have the right just to remove them, and 69% of the passengers said, I just wish Carnival would not allow people to remove gratuities without a fully justified reason. So the comment claims if you don't allow us to just remove gratuities, there will be a mass exodus. Well, based on this polling example, at least 69% of the cruise passengers don't want people to simply be able to remove them for no reason. But let me throw it out there to you guys. What do you think? Should you be able to remove them without reason, or should you have to justify why you want to remove gratuities? Next up, we're going to talk about the Serenity deck on Carnival cruise ships and the question, should it be peaceful and quiet in that area? Now, the name of the area, the Serenity area, to me at least implies that this is a calm, quiet, peaceful, relaxing adults area where adults can just go relax, right? Read a book, get some sun, have some peace and quiet. That's at least what it implies in the name. But with stories out there of music in the Serenity, people talking loud, having fun, partying just like it's the Lido deck, well, it prompts comments just like this one. Go check on something as you are on the ship I am going on. Is the Serenity deck on the Carnival Mardi Gras totally quiet, or is there noise for people or the pool deck and music there? Debating taking my dad on the Mardi Gras as a gift, and I didn't use Serenity last time I was there. He can have fun at night, but during the day he likes a shaded chair where there is zero noisy people, no music, just quiet for him to read. This is what it should be, and if not, why not? So I'm going to throw this one out as a valid question. Should the Serenity area be serene? Should it be just like the name implies? Quiet, peaceful, a great place to sit in the shade, read a book, and enjoy the peace and quiet. I mean, it is in the name. Or should adults be allowed to go in there and play music and be loud and have a good type of party atmosphere like you would have down on the Lido deck? Which is the right way? Which is the wrong way? Is there a right and a wrong way? I don't know. I'm going to throw that one out to you guys. Like I said, not so much of a complaint this time, but possibly a very valid question. And finally, we're going to talk about some karaoke. Now, me personally, I can't sing a lick. You will not catch me on America's Got Talent, American Idol, or even up on a karaoke stage because, wow, that would just be a very embarrassing moment for me. I know I have no talent. But isn't karaoke supposed to be fun for those that are brave enough to pick their song, to get up on stage in front of everybody and belt out a tune? Some may be great, some may be like, wow. But are they not having fun? And is it not part of their cruise to be able to do so? If it's immediately clear that someone doing karaoke can't sing for shit, then the Fun Squad person should terminate their performance after one verse. So these people paid for their cruise. They like karaoke, but maybe they're not that great at it. They get up on the stage, they belt out the first verse, and they suck and it's terrible. So the Fun Squad members should yank them off the stage. How many people think that something like that is ever gonna fly? And second, music is subjective anyway. Just because one person likes it doesn't mean the next person will. Everybody has their own taste. Everybody has their own opinion. But these people paid for their cruise. They want to do karaoke. Who is this person to sit in the audience and go, you suck, yank them off the stage? I wonder how they would feel if they were brave enough to get up on the stage, they belted out one verse, and we said, oh, you suck. And the Fun Squad member tackles them off the stage. I wonder if they would feel the same and write this same comment in. Or would they write a comment saying, They were so mean to me. I got up there on my vacation that I paid for to do karaoke as I paid to do, and they made me leave the stage. Would they have the same attitude if it was them taken off the stage? Because I really don't think that they would have. But like always, I'm going to ask you guys, if a person's not very good at karaoke, should they be removed from the stage? Or if you don't like what you hear, you're an adult and you can get up and leave the room. Which way is right? Which way is wrong? All right, and that is going to be our video this week for what every cruiser wants. What do you guys think? Do these people have a leg to stand on? Are they right? Are they speaking for all of us? Do they know how we all should be cruising? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. All right, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out any new videos. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, a really great weekend, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas. What do you mean I gotta get my own damn ice cream?